Welcome to Exam Sale. This script walks you through the GIAC Information Security Fundamentals syllabus so you know exactly what to study and why each area matters. Overview of the exam shows 8 domains with assigned weights and a conceptual plus scenario-based assessment style for each. Access control and password management is 15%, cryptography 15%, cybersecurity technologies 15%, networking fundamentals 15%, defense in-depth 10%, security policies 10%, web and email security 10%, and wireless security 10%. These percentages determine study priority and suggested focus time. Access control and password management carries 15% and is rated easy with about 5 hours of study recommended. You will learn identification versus authentication, methods like knowledge, possession and biometric factors, and authorization principles including least privilege and role-based access control. Practical topics include single sign-on, multi-factor authentication, centralized versus decentralized models, and password policy essentials like complexity, rotation, secure hashing, and defenses against common attacks. Expect conceptual questions and scenario-based tasks that test applied identity management and authorization mechanisms. Cryptography is 15% with medium difficulty and an estimated 6 hours to study. This domain teaches symmetric and asymmetric encryption, hashing for integrity, and how digital signatures provide non-repudiation. You will study public key infrastructure components, digital certificates and certificate authorities, and even steganography as a form of data concealment. The assessment examines how to choose appropriate algorithms and how cryptography protects confidentiality and integrity in real scenarios. Cybersecurity technologies is 15%, easy, and calls for about 5 hours of focused learning on technical controls. You will review firewall types including packet filtering, stateful and application firewalls, and understand IDS versus IPS distinctions. The syllabus covers antivirus and anti-malware strategies, host-based and network-based tools, vulnerability scanners, and VPNs for secure remote access. Expect scenario questions that ask you to select and configure the right defensive tools for a given environment. Networking fundamentals also accounts for 15%, is medium difficulty, and suggests about 8 hours of study time. You will learn the OSI and TCP/IP models with layer-by-layer functions, differences between physical and logical addressing such as MAC and IP, and common protocols like HTTP, DNS, DHCP and FTP. The domain includes TCP and UDP port basics, encapsulation and de-encapsulation processes, IPv4 addressing and subnetting, IPv6 improvements, network hardware like hub switches and routers, topologies and ARP behavior. Practical scenarios will test troubleshooting and protocol reasoning. Defense in-depth is 10%, easy, and takes roughly 4 hours to grasp the layered security mindset. You will study the defense in-depth philosophy and how to align people, technology and operations into overlapping protections. The content covers hardening operating systems and applications, distinguishing perimeter from internal layers, and implementing monitoring and auditing across the enterprise. Scenario questions focus on designing multi-layered controls and explaining trade-offs between different defensive measures. Security policies comprises 10%, is easy, and recommends around 4 hours of study on governance and administrative controls. You will learn information security policy frameworks, acceptable use policies and awareness programs, and practical risk assessment and mitigation strategies. The syllabus also addresses business continuity and disaster recovery planning, incident response phases, and legal, ethical and compliance considerations that influence real-world decisions. Expect scenario-based prompts that require applying policy principles to governance and risk cases. Web and email security is 10% with medium difficulty and 4 hours of study suggested. You will understand HTTP versus HTTPS and SSL/TLS operation, common web attacks like cross-site scripting and SQL injection, and secure coding concepts to prevent them. Email protocols such as SMTP, IMAP and POP are covered along with spam filtering, phishing prevention and browser security settings. Assessment items will test your ability to secure common communication services and recommend defenses for application layer threats. Wireless security accounts for 10%, is medium in difficulty, and needs about 4 hours of focused review on wireless and mobile protections. Study IEEE 802.11 standards, WPA, WPA2 and WPA3 encryption protocols, and SSID management best practices. You will learn to identify and mitigate rogue access points, war driving risks, Bluetooth vulnerabilities, and fundamentals of mobile device management. Scenario questions will ask you to design secure wireless deployments and respond to mobile threat cases. That wraps the syllabus overview for GIAC Information Security Fundamentals. Use the domain weights to prioritize study time, focus on conceptual understanding plus scenario practice, and review the key topics listed for each domain before the exam. Good luck and study smart.